Let's talk to Johan in Sweden.
Yay! Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
thank you for calling in. What would you like to talk about?
Yeah. Okay. So you have to accept that I'm a little nervous, and I don't have all of the, science in my head to back up all of what I'm saying. But this is what I believe in, and what I have been, what conclusions that I have reached.
Okay.
With all of this stuff, with religion, and particularly the Christian denomination, and so basically, I am very sensitive when it comes to how people interpret and read the Bible. They read the Bible and they take a lot of it very literally. And I don't believe that the Bible was meant to be read that way. Now, that's my way of looking at it. I don't have any evidence that that's true. I don't have anything that backs up that claim. But it's the only thing that makes sense to me is that if you read the Bible and you read a verse and it basically says that go out on a full moon night and look up at the sky and you shall be enlightened, something like that, right?
Okay.
And people do this and then they go up and look at the sky and they don't feel enlightened,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
The Mormons actually have a version of that.
Yeah.
The Mormons will go to your door and say, pray for it at night, pray to receive the truth, and God will reveal himself to you. And if people say, well, it didn't work, they say, well, then you didn't do it right.
Exactly.
You're good so far. So how does that have to do with proving God to yourself? It looks like in the notes that you were saying you wanted to talk about how you prove God.
Because of one perspective that I've had on spirituality and separating spirituality from psychology and my own personality, which is a kind of Buddhist way of looking at things, I guess.
Sure.
I don't know, but
so what is God to you? What is your definition of God?
To me, I want to know the truth, right? So I'm on a journey still. I don't think I've reached the final conclusion or anything yet. But what it seems to me to be is this continuous, companion that I. And when I say I mean the sense of yourself that you have that is continuous throughout your life, that doesn't ever leave you, that people often say, it's your inner voice, or follow your inner voice, or believe in yourself, because.
So do you? I'm trying to follow this through in a way that can be clear and concise. Let me try and repeat this back to you.
Yeah,
it sounds like what you're saying is that your inner monologue or your identity, the way that you understand yourself, is tied into your definition of a God.
No, not a God. I don't want to call it. I don't want to call it God. I don't want to call it he or she. God to me is more of an it. It's more of a force. It's more of the evolutionary force that is, to my mind, not blind, but an intelligent kind of permeating force.
I've got some questions for you, Johan, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure, go.
Yeah, because a lot of what you're saying sounds very similar to where I was maybe 3 years ago. I left a religious background and I realized this isn't right. I'm not sure why yet. I don't have all of the answers. I don't but I know I don't believe this. I know that this doesn't feel right. So let me go look for God elsewhere. And the assumption was always that God existed in some form. Maybe I just had the wrong version. Maybe I just had the wrong idea, and I needed to be open to different interpretations or different religions. I did dabble in the whole Buddhist thing for a while. I dabbled in Wicca for a while. Then I became a pantheist, right? And the idea that, oh, well, the universe is God. And what we feel when we talk about God and that concept comes from our connection to the universe. And then I started doing more research and thinking exactly the kinds of things you brought up. Well, it's an intelligent force. Okay, well, what is intelligence? Where does intelligence come from? What kind of structures, physical structures, are needed to house intelligence? And slowly I started realizing, oh wait, when we talk about intelligence, we have this ethereal, like ephemeral sense of, oh well, it's this sense of myself, it's my inner voice. But in reality, in the concrete, when we're looking at this from a naturalistic scientific perspective, intelligence and sense of self come from the physical properties in our brains. And so once I realized that, I was kind of at a loss to explain how a universe could be conscious or intelligent or have intention. And that kind of led me into atheism.
Right. Yes. Okay. So that is where I kind of went, oh, now I'm going in from one world to the next. Like I'm going from the world of the mind, which I also identify is a realm of divinity, if you will. It can be a realm of hell if you're suffering mentally, which I've also been.
Johan, that sounds very flowery. Sure. I think you're starting to use words in ways that you're just changing the definitions to fit your changing views.
And it's a common literary tactic, but it doesn't really help when we're trying to make ontological claims.
I'm trying to. Sorry, I am nervous. But
okay. All right.
When you said that you were going to you were investigating the intelligence claim that like it's a force, you know, and then you kind of realize that well, we have intelligence and that can be measured in psychological terms and so forth. Take for example, what I want you to kind of understand is take a psychedelic trip, for instance, that you can measure. And a lot of people.
Question, Johan. I'm trying to follow the response here, because the statement was,
are you
that your brain is where your thoughts live.
Well, don't start. If you start, like it's impossible to have a conversation, and if I'm interrupted all the time to try to clarify claims, I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you understand where I'm trying to go. And if I can reach my conclusion, I think you'll understand, even if I'm not talking in perfect terms or defining everything perfectly. I don't know. Have you ever had a conversation over like a cup of coffee with anybody? Just
absolutely
talking.
Yes. And the format of this show is one where there's a back and forth.
Right.
The lowest and slowest points are when we're being talked at versus when we're engaging with each other. And so the reason I hopped in is not because I'm trying to be a jerk, but because I'm going, okay, we're now at a point where the conversation has moved to, you need to have a brain to have intelligence. And so when you started talking about a force, I thought, okay, cool. Johan is going to tell us how he thinks a force, something without a brain, can have intelligence. And so when you were responding, I was looking for that. And because I wasn't exactly finding that, I was wondering, are we still on the same topic or have we moved elsewhere?
Oh, okay. So you were confused by where I was going. I see. All right. No, I don't have any proof that there's intelligence without a brain. But when I look at all the things that science actually says about the world, the evolutionary claims and so forth, the origin of species, for instance, it sounds like nature is creative in a way that I can't deny, and whether that's God or whether that's just a force that helps evolution further complexity, for instance, or novelty, that the universe has some kind of need for evolving. I don't know, but
what if we don't?
It seems to me that an intelligent force can actually exist without a brain, but not without a physical medium.
So hold on just a second. No, it doesn't. When you're making claims about evolution is a rough, nasty, terrible process. It takes way too long, and there are screw-ups way more often than there are any productive changes made. And that being said, I think that's evidence against that claim. That said, keep looking into it, because I think a good, well, here's the thing. I think a really good question to ask yourself is it necessary, right? So pull out Occam's razor. And go,
exactly.
Okay. Is it likely that, through naturalistic processes, the world, fleshed itself out the way it is? Or do you need extra structures on top of that to make it happen? If you need those extra structures, then what are they, and what are those evidences? Because you're saying there's a need for guidance in evolution, and
okay. So you're pointing to the human fallacy, where human perception kind of projects a identity onto things, or
it's anthropomorphizing the universe. I was going to say exactly that. Right on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think that
that's kind of where I grind to a stop with my reasoning sometimes, but yeah.
Well, knowing that is a good thing, right? We realize, oh wait, here's a hole in my logic. Here's something that I come up against a lot. That's what you look at. You have a goalpost. You know what to research next.
Yeah, it's such a huge discussion, though, that I don't think it fits. I couldn't. I probably sound like a babbling idiot.
No, you've expressed yourself very well. I think this might also be something you want to join, maybe the Facebook group or the Discord, and talk more about this with other people as well.
Absolutely. Also, the Reddit. If you go to reddit.com/r/talk heathen, that's a format where you can take it and write it all out, and then have it, and then you can edit it and look it over and go, okay, this is what I'm thinking, and then post it, and then other people can read it and take their time with it and really give you thought out responses. I think that'd be a lot more useful at this point.
Yeah, but thank you for calling in.
That sounds great. Yeah, and thanks for taking my call. I've been calling in for a few weeks, and I've been wanting to talk to both of you. You are extremely intelligent to me. I absolutely appreciate what you do, because what you do is so important in the times that we are living in right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you calling in, and
definitely. And also,
definitely reach out to the different networks. We've got a lot of people who would be interested to talk with you about this.
Yep. And there are people who are already in the live chat who are talking about it. And when you started out saying, well, my English, dude, your grasp of all of this language is amazing. And cheers. Kudos, man. Anyway, take it easy. Have a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, you too.